Page 39, Korean Serenade. Well, we got a real fun mess here. Let's take a look at it. On page 38, they're introducing you to the key of G flat major. You won't actually see it all that often, but it's here, so we'll cover it. And yes, I do have a scale video on it, on G flat major. 6 flats. We've had 5 flats, and they're all in the same order each time. So we have a B flat, an E flat, an A flat, a D flat, a G flat. Those are the 5 we've had so far. And the 6th one is a C flat. C flat. So there's only one note that's not flatted, and that's an F. You're still using 2 white keys because a C flat is a B, so you're still using 2 white keys. So those are the notes. And it follows that same pattern of whole steps and half steps that all the major scales follow. Whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. I went through this on an earlier video. Whole step, half step, whole, okay? So start here. Whole step, half step, whole step, half step. It's a major scale. Don't know that you need to know this, but they're presenting it in the book, so we'll cover it. In my opinion, if I were your teacher, I would not cover this. We would skip this. But some people won't skip it, so okay, here we go. Now the chord on this is starting here, and it's just 1, 3, and the 5 steps, 1, 3, and 5 of the scale. So it's here, here, and here. So it's step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. They don't look like it's every other step, but it is. Take my word for it. All black keys. You're playing up here most of the time in this key, not out here, because you're not using very many white keys. You're up here all the time. Now let's take a look at this serenade. It is 3 lines long. Actually, it's longer than that, but that's sort of where it is. Treble and bass clef, key of G flat major, all those flats, and it's common timer, 4/4 time. I'm going to take it one hand at a time to make sure we got the notes here. You're starting out here, and you're basically on the white key or the black keys. The only white keys, you have an F here and you have a C flat, but basically we're going to be playing black keys mostly. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Just reach up. Get the idea? That's the second line, last 2 measures. You have a G flat, E flat, and then an E flat, G flat. Last line, 3rd measure, just bring the thumb down to the B flat or D flat, and then here you can use 2 and 4 if you want, or 2 and 3, I don't care, for the E flat, G flat, and then the A flat, or D flat, A flat, excuse me. There's a lot of flats going on here. Yeah, we ended up playing only these notes, only the black keys. So in that way, okay, it's not quite so bad. Left hand, well, the left hand is G flat, D flat. You're up here. And then once you come down here to an E flat, here, B flat. No, let's change this. If I'm going to do that, then I want to prepare for it. I don't want to be coming from here to here. I don't want to move my hand around. So I'm going to change the fingering so I don't have to. So instead of 5-1 here, I'm going to do a 3-1. Just stretch out a little bit. That way in the 3rd measure, I can do a 5-2. I didn't move my hand at all. They're right there. And that gets me good until the 2nd line. 2nd measure of the 2nd line, the thumb comes up. And then you can use the 2 on the C flat if you want. You can come out here if you need to. This way I'm still staying in this position because a little later on I got to do here again. So I'm sort of in this position. Where these last line, then it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. rest. Then during the rest, go ahead and come down. And you can do a 2 or a 1, either one, for the last bit. Put the hands together. You're here. Here, and then here. Then left hand's gonna come down. 1, 2, 3. Rest. Hold that down because it's a whole note. With the left hand, you have a rest, and then go on. That's the idea. You put the hands together. Then go through and get rid of the hesitations. Keep it slow as fine. No hesitations. As far as the articulation goes, they don't give you any. These chords in the left hand, you just play them. Not real short, but just play them. In the right hand, you can put in the phrasing if you can figure out what it is. Now, to do that, I gotta speed it up a little bit and listen to the melody. Can I hear the phrases? Where are the musical thoughts? Here. Yeah, to me that's 2 thoughts. So it's here. That's 1 thought. And then I lift up. That's another thought. Of course I get a rest. I have to lift up there. And then to me that's all connected. I would connect all these whole notes together. And the fingering, if you want, you can use their fingering if you want, but on the last line, second measure, I want to prepare the third measure. And if I do a 1, 3, I got to use the thumb again. So, and there I'm going to use a 2, 3 for the second measure. So it's here, just bring third. Now I can use thumb for the third measure. And just stay on 2, 3. That's fine. You're just in this position. That's fine. Just stay there. If you want, they've got you up here. I don't know why they want third finger here. I would just, you're only using these notes, so just stay in this. You're not using an F. So just stay here. So that would be the articulation. So it's lift up. Well, you have a rest in the left hand. You have to lift up. You don't lift them together because you're not lifting up for a phrase. You're not going to take a whole beat to lift up. You're just like taking a breath. Lift up. Now in the second line, third measure, both hands get a rest, then you lift up together. There, that's fine. Dynamics, go to the right hand. Soft, piano. This needs to be very soft in the background. You have to make an effort here to keep this really soft. Then in the second line, they want you to come down. I'm already soft. I don't want to go down to very soft here. So somewhere in the line there, I need to get a little louder so I can come back down. Well, if you listen to it, I get crescendo right in there with the notes and then come back down. Here, so the last measure, the first line, just put in a little crescendo there. Just come down, down, and then moderately soft here. In the right hand. Left hand's still very soft. That dies away on its own. The left hand, you could come up a little bit in the left hand, but make it but keep the left hand under the right. Now the road map here is at the bottom you have the DC all fine. Remember, DC means go back to the beginning. Fine is at the, you'll see it in the middle of the second line. There's a fine and a thin and thick bar line. Remember, the thin and thick bar line is the symbol for the end of the piece. It's where the piece ends eventually. So you play to there. As far as how fast it goes, let's feel it. Where do you feel it should go? Don't go fast and don't go real slow. Just a nice feel. And remember the natural accents. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. We will need to feel these too. 1. That's how I would feel it this time. Another time I'd play it a little differently. You can experiment with the dynamics. You can put in swells and get a little louder and softer if you feel it that way. Get into the music and make it yours. Let's play it together very slowly and double check the notes and the rhythms. Not going to do any dynamics, just notes and rhythms. We will do the DC Alfine, so I'll give us 4 counts. 1, 2, ready, go. Rest. 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 1, 2, to the top. Rest. Rest.